Hello guys, welcome back to Pause and welcome back to Planet Coaster. This is our Pirate Dark Ride build and we're continuing it on today with what will probably be the penultimate episode. So we get a fair little bit done today, which just leaves sort of one section left at the end, which is what we'll probably do next time to finish off this build. And then after that, we're probably going to go on to another Planet Coaster mini-series to bring us up until the launch of Planet Zoo early next month in November. So that's the plan. So if you do go on to enjoy this video, don't forget to give us a like down below and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So if you're new to this series, don't forget to check out all the other episodes so far to see the progress of this build up until this point. So yeah, like I mentioned, we are nearing the end of this project now. So what we are doing in this episode is capping in that building that we started last time, so the big battle show scene. Yeah, we're putting in sort of finishing off the walls and also finishing off a little bit of lighting. We have a little play with terrain in this episode. We do quite a bit. We build this rock structure here that you can see, which transitions from the battle scene into a cave, which is what we are basically doing today. Inside the cave is going to be a jail scene, which leads into the final drop of the ride. This is going to lead outside of the show building, and then the last little bit of this ride is going to be outdoors, and that's what we're going to focus on in the next and final episode from this build. So yeah, like I said, today it's generally just putting in this rock work, capping off this building and putting in the jail scene. We also, for the first time, put in a little bit of audio, sort of atmospheric audio around the scene we did last episode and also in our jail scene today. So you'll see that a little bit here and there in the time lapse. So yeah, just a little bit ambient, putting some cave sounds, some distant sort of pirate noises to give that impression that there is something still living in this jail, as you see when we get to it around this corner in a minute. We actually put in skeletons and that sort of thing, and chains and vines. So it's a very old jail. It's not your Pirates of the Caribbean animatronics whistling a dog. It's not that kind of thing. This is an old abandoned jail. People have been locked up in here for many years, and they are just their remains left. So it's a little bit dark, but this is the sort of the dark section. Like I mentioned, leads into the final drop of the ride, which you can just see here at the end of the cave. So this little turnaround in the cave is going to be where the jail is. We're just plotting out the rock work here, and we do open it up a little bit to put in the scene. And then, as I mentioned, it does lead straight into the drop, which we also expand a little bit of the rock work down towards the end of this video, getting us ready for next time, which, like I said, is probably going to be the last one of the build. Then we'll do some POVs and that kind of stuff, maybe some live building to add the last little bits of lighting, audio and effects and that sort of stuff. Might do that as a live episode just to finish off the ride. But yeah, we're getting to the end, so I'm really glad we managed to get back in here. So I know a lot of people out there were asking about this series over the last couple of months. So yeah, we are pretty much getting to the end of the series now, and like I said, we are starting something new after that. Probably, I'm thinking maybe something Halloween related, to a couple of episodes just to bring us up into November. So if you've got any ideas what you'd like me to do on that one, let me know by dropping a comment down below. Give me a message on the Discord or Twitter or something if you'd like to get your suggestions in. But if not, we'll probably just do some kind of Halloween related thing just to take us through the next couple of weeks. And then it's all going to be Planet Zoo content starting again as we get into November. I'll keep a little bit of Planet Coaster on the channel as well at the same sort of time. I'm not exactly sure what yet. We'll probably get back into World Discovery. I just need to get a little bit more inspiration from that. So that's probably the thing we're going to start up again alongside Planet Zoo. Because my plan is to do a few builds in Planet Zoo as well as do the play through the campaign as well. So I think there'll be a couple of little series going on the channel once that launches, so look forward to that. Right, so I'll leave you with the rest of this little bit of time lapse. It's just putting in this jail, all the rock work, and then building out the sort of the framework for where we're going to start in the next episode. So I'll leave you with some music, and I'll leave you with this rest of this time lapse, and I'll be back at the end to just finish off.
Kinda simple, kinda wishful about things, and you're kinda simple, but like a pistol, you fire. Sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about the drunk nights, bragging in the glory. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. Don't you get it? You do it right. Hold me tight when I need it. And you always like what I like we know each other. But sometimes you get under my skin like a lover, and sometimes you don't wanna come back 'cause you'd rather stay out with another, talking to strangers and make out spontaneously. Oh, I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. Don't you get it? You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Don't you get it? Now I'm so tired of hearing all your stories about your rich friends traveling Mercedes. You're such a nice guy when you're not just talking about yourself and the way of how you dwell. I get it. Don't you get it? No.
Right then, so we are coming to the end of the time lapse. So I'll just sort of go through what we've done then. So currently we're just putting in the audio, ambient tracks, cave and all that kind of random sounds and stuff. So as you can see, what we've done here with this little jail scene is use a lot of vines, skeletons, sort of branches and roots and that sort of stuff to give the impression this thing had been here a long time, that it's been carved out of the rock, and this thing has just been left abandoned, and we're floating through and we've just sort of stumbled across. That's the idea generally for that sort of jail. I say there's not really much going on in terms of animatronics. It's quite a slow scene, just building up the anticipation for the final drop of the ride. So into that final drop, which is what we are going to start on next time. It's going to come out of the cave into a bit of a lush environment, so it's going to have a nice happy ending to this ride. So there'll be nice lush scenes, some kind of resolve to the storyline, and then we will add sort of a few nice little bits and pieces to take us into the station, and that will cap off this sort of dark ride basically. So the last thing we are doing here today is just putting in a little bit of theming around the trough, which just to give this kind of transition from the inside cave to this drop outside, to give it a little bit more of a sort of authentic feel. So we do capping using the terrain tool, do cap in this drop to just make it look a little bit nicer. And I think it disguises it quite well. We will finish off most of this scene next time. I just do the start here, a little bit of terrain, a little bit of rock work, just to sort of set the scene for what we're going to start in the final episode. And then, like I say, we'll probably do a live episode, just going through a few effects, lighting, and all that kind of tweaks. Just literally go through the entire ride in real time, and we'll talk through everything we've done, and then put in the last finishing touches. Then after that, we'll do a POV video, so we'll show off some of the ride from POV guest perspective, and also have a few little glamour shots here and there, looking at all the stuff we've done throughout this series. So yeah, that's about it for today's episode, guys. So if you've got any suggestions for what you'd like to see in the next part, there will be a couple of days between this video going up and me actually starting on the last part of the video. So if you've got any suggestions for the last scene, let me know. And also any suggestions for the next series you want us to tackle here on in the game, in Planet Coaster, then let me know. But generally that is going to do us for this episode today. So if you have enjoyed it, as always, don't forget to give us a like down below and subscribe to the channel. I'll leave you with a few little shots of the indoor scenes that we've done today, just in real time, just so you can have a good look at it and watch the little fellas riding past in the boat. Gives you a good view of how it actually looks, like I said, in real time. So that is exactly what's going to come up right now. So thank you guys ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next and final episode from the time lapse of this build. But for now, guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.